Good afternoon, boys and girls and children of all ages. Welcome to another exciting episode of Certa Pro Painters. Oklahoma City presents Montez at midday. And I'm your host, Dre Montez. Hope everyone is doing well on this Make It Happen Monday edition of the show. How we doing, good folk, good people? Raising the roof up in it. Raise the roof wherever you at. Let me bring that back. Raise the roof. Huh? Raising the roof. That used to be the thing at the party, just raising the roof for no reason, just raising that roof, raise the roof. Sports matters. Music make us happy, and people in our lives keep us satisfied. But it is Monday. Hope everyone is doing well. Hope you had a fantastic weekend. Hope everything went well for you. We have high fives in the building. Chest bump. Let's hug this thing out. Let's get ahead for the real thing. It is what I like to call liquid sunshine. What I mean by that, when I was in the Navy, had the pleasure of being stationed over in Hawaii. In parts of the island, it rained every day. But my boss gave me a different outlook on life. He would say this thing called liquid sunshine. So ever since then, there's this certain presence I get about rain. For one, morning rain and night rain, help me. Help me. They say how the moon, a full moon, affects women. Morning rain and night rain, get the arching that back, get the hunched up. It's just something about that morning rain. I love it, but it is Liquid Sunshine Monday, and how we doing, good people. If you are celebrating a birthday today, happy birthday to you. If you're celebrating an anniversary, happy anniversary to you. Happy anniversary to my old softball coach and teammate, the legend, Chuck, and his lovely wife, Miss Judy. Happy anniversary, 23 years. You know, when you get to 10 with somebody, all right, 15, all right, 20. When you're 20 years plus with somebody, that you're not interrupting that. There is nothing, no one from the outside. There's nothing on social media. There's nothing that can interrupt that. 20 years? You couldn't tell me nothing about my partner I've been with 20 years. No. I'm not 20 years vested, player. 20 years over here. Take that childish shit on somewhere. Go. Get on over there. And if you're off today, hey, that's what I'm talking about. For those of you that have been working hard, those of you know who you are, and you're finally off today, congratulations, you deserve it. An exciting weekend here in the St. Louis and Illinois area. Had the balloon festivities going on at Forest Park. Hey, people took their kids out there, rekindled relationships. You had Wing Fest over in Fairview Heights, Illinois, as well as Oktoberfest in downtown Belleville. Or if you're from there, Bell Vegas, as we call it. Bell Vegas, as we call it. But here we are, good people, talking about it, being a part about it, and let's make it happen Monday. Let's make it happen Monday. Something I know we're not going to be able to get to handle at all. And it comes, the expectations were before the season were kind of mediocre. Then we saw the roster, and we know the noise that happened last year with the St. Louis Baseball Cardinals. But when we got the official notice, eliminated from playoff contention, and that it's a baseball town. We love talking baseball. I don't care where you go, whether you got a Cardinals hat on, the color red, or the Cardinal blue. You can have a deep, meaningful, impactful conversation about baseball in this town. I think baseball and hockey, you can talk all day, and I'm gonna throw soccer in the mix as well. But right now, we're gonna talk about the Cardinals. In the expectations, when we saw the roster and the pitching scenario, it kind of went downhill from there. We had a little bit of lift and a little bit of life after the All-Star break, which is what the Cardinal way. But then reality set in. We lost games in series we should have won. We competed in games we had no business competing in. It's a tale of two cities with this team. Lots of people in the front office. What we have not done for the development of our players. The move up, the move down. Managerial situations, who's in charge, who's not, who's on first, what's on second. We're having all those kind of talks with the Cardinals. But the one thing that really, for 18 years, 2006 to now, we have been a faithful fan base to the Cardinals. No matter what they put out there, we going to the game. We going to the game. It's like NASCAR in the South. I don't give a damn what's going on in your household. Them folks going to the race on Sunday. They're going to the track. They're going to show out. Don't give a damn what happened at work or in my house, my personal life. We going to the race. And that's how Cardinal Nation was feeling about the Cardinals. No matter what, we going to the game. We going to the game. We had 3 million plus attendance for 18 years. As of the official numbers on the year, we did not do 3 million plus. We did 2.87 million fans this year. That's not a big dip, but that's letting the front office know. That's letting Cardinal Nation know. Hey, what we've been doing the past few years has not worked. Can we take a different approach, a different scenario? We're not like any other ball club. We're the Cardinals. There's a form of expectations. There's a form of professionalism, and it seemed like the past few years we're not doing it the Cardinal way. I don't know what's going to take. Drastic changes, a firing, a hiring. I wish we can figure it out. I wish it was that easy to fix right away, but this going to take some work. This going to take a couple of doors being closed. Maybe the Cardinals need a furniture moving session. Put some hands on the motherfucker. Say something you shouldn't be saying to a coach, because there are a whole lot of things going on that's above my pay grade. I don't want to speak too loudly about it yet because I'm waiting on more information to come down from the pipeline. But we're going to see as we close out the rest of the regular season in the baseball world. A lot of moving pieces in baseball are happening, not just with the Cardinals, but other ball clubs. Interesting, people being moved down to AAA, people being shut down. It's just people being fired. I think a lot more people will get fired this week in baseball. I mean, people want to win. People want to get that postseason money. Postseason money is different. The atmosphere is different. And that's where we stand with the Cardinals. But still, I had fun this season. Thank you again, and shout out to Kilroy's. Parking lot detail was fun. I actually helped out behind the bar opening weekend. It was awesome. It was awesome. Shout out to Angry Beaver and the staff and the people in the parking lot crew. Thank you to Ben and the crew. Had a blast, had a blast, had a blast, had a blast. What a fun baseball season we had. From the parking lot to the games, in the green seats, being on the big screen, being on television. Baseball in this town is fun when we're winning. It's even fun when we're trying to figure it out, when we're in that decisive point where we're like 2.5 to 4.5 games out with a month left in the season. That type of baseball talk is missed as well. But when we're already counting ourselves out in April, that's not the Cardinal way. So hopefully we can put a change and a damper on that. Well, hello, kids, and hello, America. How we doing today? Good folk, good people. It's one of my favorite days of the week, Monday. For one, it's been a very far stretch since I've been this happy on a Monday due to my college football team and my NFL team, that being my Florida Football Gators and my Denver Broncos. They both played very well this weekend. If I still worked in an office setting, this morning at work would have been fun. Don't you love going to work and messing with your coworkers when your sports teams win versus when your sports team lose? Because you always get a NARP talking to you when your team loses and everybody know that's your team. And NARPs, again, people are what, kids? Non-athletic real people. They do exist, and they usually come out this time of the year during the football season. They want to be known. They want to be seen. And they want to be heard. They think their opinions matter. But they are NARPs, non-athletic real people. They're out there for the picking. But to have a Monday this good, to feel this good, based on what my Gators did Saturday, and what my Broncos did yesterday. But Saturday almost didn't happen. You know why? Friday night football. Friday night football. Listen, these West Coast games will get you in your feelings because you can start your gambling out early with a Thursday night game, little tease, little tickle, huh? Look, just something just to calm the nerves down. You gamble on Thursday, and Friday get you going for Saturday. There's nothing wrong with that at all. But that game Friday night, it ended at 2:37 in the morning. Had to do a college football show at 8 a.m. You just can't go to sleep when the game is over. What you got to do? You got to watch Sports Center again. Probably got to bed a little bit after 4:30, close to 5. I'm barely holding on for life the first hour of the show because I stayed up way too late Friday night watching the game. So here we go Saturday. Let's get this thing going. And it started out with my Gators game. It started out with that. But lo and behold, we will not be disappointed by the Tennessee OU game. When the wagon tipped over at the pregame, I knew OU was in trouble. I knew OU was in trouble right there. And the way Tennessee has been playing ball this year, and that song Rocky Top, when they turn them lights out, and them people pull them phones out, and they play that slow version of it, but that wasn't even the game. The game Saturday, Baylor in Colorado. I posted Sunday morning about the game. I guess people went to bed. They had already counted Colorado out. They won the game. That game had everything in it. It was a movie of the week. It was a documentary. It was a learning experience. It had everything that you could put in a sports movie. It was in the game. There is no way when you're watching that game, the final 5 minutes, there's no freaking way that game ended that way. But that's the beauty of Saturday. That's the beauty of college football. It gives you the unexpected. It gives you pageantry. It gives you that intense feeling of how things used to be. Because I remember back in 1994 when the same thing happened when Cordell Stewart threw that ball up. Hail Mary. Who caught it? Charles Johnson. When Mike McCarthy was the coach at Colorado, we talked about that Saturday on the show. And the fact that Travis Hunter did everything he did in that game, and that's the way that game. I think Thursday was the best day ever in baseball history, what Shohei Ohtani did. I think Saturday was one of the best damn college football games I've seen since Texas USC, Vince Young and Matt Leinart. I'm not saying Colorado is a dominant team and all this, but they did not give up. They got a lot of work to do on that offensive line, a lot of work to do. Shedeur Sanders is something else. But Travis Hunter, just two-way ain't the word. His energy is on a whole new level. You understand how many reps, how many plays that man is in, snaps, whether he's involved or not, he's still on the gridiron. But that game Saturday night had everything you could possibly think about. I swear, that was Friday night football going at 2:37 in the morning, and that overtime game with Baylor in Colorado. And Hawaii won a late night game. I mean, Saturday just had it all, man. It had everything And if you look in the sky Saturday, you saw balloons all over the place. Like, wow, this is pretty damn cool. What a weekend in sports it was. I mean, what a Saturday it was. I'd like to give a footnote to Major League Baseball fans and teams out there. I think moving forward, if a team loses more than 100 games, the next season, there should be a section at your ballpark that's free. We ain't paying shit. And not just the outfield. No, we're going to get a nice little section, right field, left side of the field. Third base line or first base line. We're not going way up top. No. You want to lose 100 games, you're giving up a whole section. Matter of fact, the games you lost, let's say you lose 135 games. You're giving up 135 seats per game. Yeah. That's ridiculous. That's like an NFL team going winless in this era. No, impossible. No team is that bad to win 100 games in baseball. No way. No way. I'm not buying it. I think if it happened again, let it happen one more time. There need to be repercussions on the management and ownership group to give back to the people for wasting their time. You lost that many games. Now, if the A's did it, that's the ownership fault for what they did to them folks out there, taking that team the way they did. Taking that thing the way they did. One more thing about Shedeur Sanders. They were still down in the game, and he did a move that a lot of people know when they play ball. When you point to your back. When you point to your back with both of your fingers and you're talking to your teammates. What that mean? That means get on my back and let's go. I love when people do that and can actually do it. That have the motivation, that have the skill set, that have the balls or the galls to say, get on my back and let's go. Let's go. Get on my back and let's go. Not many players do that, but the ones that do it, they seem to be very impactful. What they're saying, put the game in my hands. I got this. Let's go. Let's go for sure. Let's go. Speaking of let's go, I'm going to take a short break here and come back with a little Sunday slate of the NFL conversation needs to happen here for sure. All right, first, we're going to have a little short break here from one of our sponsors, Mountain Man Scrub. Speaking of sponsors, if you would like for the show to come to your place of business, do a live show during lunch, talk with the people, be with the people, even show off your food, restaurant, or location, please contact me, and we will make it happen. Mountain Man Scrub, they're doing some work on their website, but if you would like to try it, it's good for your hands, feet, and arms, whole body, chest, face, whole nine. It's good stuff. Mountain Man Scrub. Get your scrub on. Check them out on Facebook. Place your order today. Be right back with more. Certa Pro Painters presents Montez at midday. Smoke them if you got them. Be right back.
Mountain Man Scrub. As smooth as a river flows. MountainManScrub.com. Get your scrub on.
Well, you heard them. Get your scrub on. Get your scrub on. Liquid Sunshine Monday, folks. Liquid Sunshine. If you're still in the bed doing adult things, good for you. Good for you. If you had to work today and it was a struggle, hey, you made it. You made it. You made it there, and I'm proud of you. That's the most important thing. If you're following us on Facebook, thank you so much. Hello, X. Hello, YouTube. And hello, you. I forgot to ask the most important question. How are you doing today? Everything okay? You look in the mirror. You give yourself that talk you needed. You hug yourself today. Pat yourself on the ass. Tell yourself you got this. You got this. Piece of cake. Piece of cake. Prayers, condolences. Losing someone is tough, man. It is tough. And when you hear stories of people, I think 4 weeks in a row, someone I have known for 4 weeks in a row has lost their life. You know, again, our prayers and strength to our Christian Lawson family. He was laid to rest over the weekend. My man Jewel passed away, and we lost St. Louis' finest yesterday, Officer David Lee, who's a friend of mine, friend of the show. Prayers and strength to all his friends and family members out there. Ah, man, it's tough. It's tough. As I was having a conversation with some folks, shout out to the Sunday football crew at Tower Pub, as well as Friendlies in South City. You guys do a phenomenal job from the staff, the food, and the way the place looked. Both of the places look phenomenal. Thank you guys for sure. Do yourself a favor and stop by Tower Pub, as well as Friendlies in South City at 3503 Roger Place. It's Monday, so it's time to do what, people? Bitch about yesterday. What day is it's time to bitch about yesterday? If your football team lost, you probably in a bad mood. If your team won the way you wanted to, if they won convincingly, you're probably feeling a certain way. If you won a little chat over the weekend, if you lost your ass over the weekend, either way, it makes Mondays that much fun. You get to talk about the weekend. What'd you do? Where'd you go? Who you sleep with? Who you get some to? Who you meet? What you buy? Your team win? Where you watching the game at? All of that comes into effect on Mondays. You got to talk about everything that happened over the weekend. Huh? Yeah, met a 6-footer. I met this dude named Corey. You got to do all that stuff. Get it out the way. Where you go eat at? Did you go to Forest Park? Did you go over to Fairview? You go to Belleville? Did you watch the game set? You see that Colorado game? It's a shame the Cardinals not in the playoffs. Football was crazy yesterday. Same old Rams and 49ers. I wish we had a football team here. Battlehawks. That's all I was talking about over the weekend. But football did not disappoint at all. My Broncos won. Shout out to Man Cave member Jay, who lives down in Tampa now. He was down at the ball game watching the Broncos beat the Buccaneers. There you go. Happy birthday to you again, Jay. Happy birthday to you again. Well, everything started out just fine with football. Started out just fine. Until the Giants and Cleveland game. I think Deshaun, I said this for 3 weeks now. There's too much going on in the mind of Deshaun for him to concentrate on football. I don't know why no one in that franchise has had the balls to go up to him and say, sit this out till we get this shit taken care of. You need to concentrate on that. Most people say, well, no, I need to be around the sport to get my mind off that shit. No, this something you need to be by yourself. Think about this, because it's becoming to be too repetitive with Deshaun Watson. He hasn't learned his lesson yet. He don't believe fat meat is greasy. He don't think grease is hot. He think fish grease ain't shit. Okay. Too much going on. But the G-men, that was a total different Giants team. That defense, I think, had 9 sacks. Whoever had them in fantasy, way to go. By the way, I'm down 10 points with a quarterback and a running back to go. I'm playing Ken in a Friendlies Fantasy League. I'm down by 10. We got to make a push. We got to do a push. And next up on the dock, we had Chicago and Naptown. I don't understand. Well, I don't think 2 franchises out there know what this word means. Development. I'm going to go with the Carolina Panthers and the Chicago Bears. I don't think they know what that word means. Develop. These are the type of teams and franchises that actually want someone to go from college right in the NFL game and be successful. Have you lost your even leather fucking mind? Have you lost your damn mind? The speed of college football to the NFL is so different, it's funny. You think what we saying on Saturday is fast? Shit. And they want these kids to read a defense that fast. Have you lost your mind? Have you lost your... Okay. Indy almost gave that game away yesterday. But I did see my dude, Montez Sweat, looking good on that Bears defense, but the Bears did fail to nap town. Next up, we had Houston and Minnesota. I am so sorry. Purple People, Eaters of America, and my dude Tyler down in Perryville, my bad. The Purple People Eaters came out and put a thumping on them, put an ass whipping on CJ and the crew. CJ looked scared. CJ did not look confident. I'm talking from the first time he had the ball. Something's going on. We talked about this last week in class. Body language tells you a whole lot. Body language and the eyes tell me the whole story. I can tell when a sumbitch lying as soon as they start talking by the body language. No eye contact, looking down all the time, looking in the corner of the eye, the eyes jumping up and down, that little frowny piece right here. You's a liar. You can tell it. They give it away. Body language. Hopefully we find out later on this week what was going on with CJ, but that was not CJ. Next up, we got Philly versus Who Dat. That was a game. Tyrann Mathieu and Homeboy were chirping so much, it took damn near the whole team to hold Homeboy back for the Eagles. Who Dat? Who Dat? What the hell happened? They had that game. The Saints had that game and just let it. There's still something wrong with the tempo with Philly. Something's up with the tempo in Philly offensively. Offensively, there's something up with the tempo. Can't put my finger on it. And that was on Devontae. That was a pretty egregious. And it looks as though he spit on him. I hope that didn't happen. I hope an NFL player did not choose to hock to another player. The hit was not dirty. Hit him in the shoulder. Look, a little low on the shoulder. They hit him in the head. It was not a dirty hit. Super slow-mo. It is very uncomfortable to watch because his helmet flew off whole nine. But it looks as though he spat on him as well. I hope that was not the case. All right. We had the Chargers at Pittsburgh. How are the Steelers 3-0? Steelers. Explain this to me. Don't say Justin Fields. Don't do that to yourself. Don't do that to your football IQ and try to say the reasons the Steelers are 3-0 is because of Justin Fields. Don't do that to yourself. You're better than that, baby. You're better than that. No, don't do that to yourself. I like Mike Tomlin's Bill Belichick approach the year Brady got hurt. He had to rely on the defense. And he didn't know Jimmy G was going to pull through that way. I can see a little resemblance of that with the way Pittsburgh defense is right now. When you know you have questions, you have belief in a game plan, but you still have questions. That's why I think Pittsburgh is that offensively. But defensively, they're dotting their I's and crossing their T's. They're very smart defensively. Pittsburgh is known for that. Steel curtain days. But I did not see them sitting at 3-0. And the Chargers, Captain Harbaugh, Captain Khaki Pants. So Justin Herbert has issues with plantar fasciitis, now his ankle. Tyler Heineke is not the type of guy I can see at a backup role with the weaponry that the Chargers have. He's not equipped to drive that. He don't know what to do. He don't know when to pull the trigger. That's when I don't understand what this man did to owners, to players, to the people making decisions. I'm talking about Cam Newton. I don't understand what he did. What did he do so wrong that no one wants to give this man a shot in the NFL? It is mind-boggling to me. Mind-boggling to me that this man has not been contacted. at all. We know his dream is to play for the Falcons. We know that. We get all that. But it's too many quarterbacks that are not 100%, while Cam Newton is not a second option right now, or even a third option for a ball club. It's going to be interesting to see what the Chargers are going to do moving forward. I don't think Tyler Heineke is the answer at all. My Denver Broncos and Mr. Bo Nix. Sean Payton, I'm going to give you a compliment. I like how you came out, hey, we're not going to do this run, short pass, punt. Run, short pass, punt. Run, short pass, punt. Run, short pass, punt. What we do? We threw the ball, and we won the game. Huh? We rattled the Baker a little bit, that being Baker Mayfield. Good job, Denver's defense. Good job. Way to control the game, Bo Nix. Way to control the game. Next up, we got the Green Bay backers in Tennessee. Tennessee's quarterback. He's done this 3 weeks in a row. This man is falling to the ground and still tries to throw the ball. And he turns the ball over when he does it. He's doing things kids won't even do on a video game. But he's doing it. This is beyond the coach chewing him out during the game in a press conference. I think you need to watch film with him and bring him up next to you. I think that needs to be done. Good afternoon, Miss Elizabeth. Good afternoon to you as well. Because there's no way this man is doing the same thing 3 weeks in a row. 3 weeks in a row. Something's got to give. Something's got to give for sure on that. But that was a decent game to watch. Green Bay. There's a lot of expectations with Green Bay as well. A lot of expectations with Greenville. They got the brother Malik, who threw the puke ball last week, but he ran with the puke ball. I've been waiting for a quarterback in the league with the name Malik for a long time. My brother Malik got the ball. Get it, Malik. Next up, we had Carolina at Vegas. Gators. Sorry, Charlie. I'm with the Raiders coach. They didn't come to play ball. They did not come to play ball, and they were at home. They were at home. So that they take some players out from the Panthers. They go hard in the paint the night before. We know what happens in the NFL. They go out the night before, get caught up hard in the paint. Nothing wrong with that. But that was not Raider football. That was not the same team last week or the week before. Who was this? Who was this team? I mean, they got hit in the mouth. They made Andy Dalton, the redhead bandit, look like a number 1 draft pick the days when he was with the Natty. I mean, he controlled the tempo of this game. He went out there like the Carolina Panthers were coming into this game 7-2. That's how Andy Dalton went out there and took control of this damn game right in front of their home crowd. They got some explaining to do. Way to go, Panthers. Row. Next up, Miami at Seattle. I told you Miami going to have some problems at quarterback now. They're going to have some problems. That system, see, some teams, they don't let the second or third string get any reps at all. Those of you know who you are, and you can tell. You can tell. The commentators sometimes slip up and tell you who go to practice that week. They slip up and find out and tell us some snitch shit, especially on NFL Network. They would tell us, well, this guy, he doesn't work out. He doesn't believe in working out the second string quarterback. So you want me to learn this in 4 days and go out here and win? But they expect us to blame shit on the players. I'm grown enough, I'm old enough, and I'm smart enough to understand the body language. You didn't work that boy out all year. And it goes to show you. I can't just go out here and call audibles. They don't know me like that. Can I call up plays in the dirt? Probably. There's no way. You got to control the game from the headset and your wristband the entire game because you don't know nothing. And then you are forced to stick with that play. You're not going to check off of it. You see the motherfucking safety moving up. You see the linebacker slide over, but you still going to call the play? Next up, Detroit and Arizona. Teams that have a good game go out and play good ball, both sides of the ball. They control the tempo of the game. They come out of the game very positive. Special teams did their job. Everybody did their job. Everybody feels good. How you go to next week and it shows you out in practice all week? Arizona Cardinals. I've had issues with them ever since the way they shared the business of Kyler Hail Mary. The way the whole Lincoln Riley experiment went the wrong way. Some franchises, just the front office just ruins everything. Just ruins everything. They're not helping. It's like they want you to fail just because something bad happened to them. Whoa, are you gonna reprimand me? Well, I tell you what we're gonna do. We're not gonna practice this week. How about that? You guys take the week off. Okay, sure, buddy. Whatever you say. Baltimore at Dallas. So the Ravens finally used Derrick Henry. The Ravens finally used Derrick Henry. The Dallas Cowboys. We kept asking questions about Dak, the receiving core, running back, Mike McCarthy. But it turns out it's the defense where the problem's at. They can't stop the run at all. And it seems to be, but just by going off of what the players have said, that they've been running the same type of defense each and every game this year. I find that very hard to believe, very misleading. But if you look at the evidence, i.e. the game, you can tell they can't stop the run. And it's a bunch of them that went viral on what the Cowboys were doing on run defense, running away from the runner. That's more than a business decision. Something's going on. There are a couple of games yesterday. I'm gonna watch all the games from yesterday again. They do a great job of showing you a whole game in a half hour. But they were running away from the defender. They weren't running toward the ball. They were running away. It was like 5 different plays I've seen shared on IG, TikTok, and YouTube in that game yesterday. I don't know what's going on Cowboy Nation-wise, but that team has played differently in 3 games. Very different, all 3 games. That game was not that close, 28-25. No, that game was not that close. They got the living shit beat out of them yesterday. They got a whooping. Next up, we got San Francisco and the Rams. That's a tale of 2 cities right there. My dude Richie that plays softball, he's a big 49ers fan, and Walt from the Man Cave is a 49ers fan. But you got my dude Hezzy, and you got the Man Cave president Jim. They're still Ram fans. There's still some Ram fans around this town and city. They know the rivalry between the 49ers and the Rams. They know the history. It's not good, and it showed that in that game. But Brandon, you didn't want that action, boss. You didn't want that action on that sideline. They got some brawlers over there on that Rams sideline. They got some brawlers over there. But back to the game. That's a tale of 2 cities in that game. But Matthew Stafford and the Rams did not give up. Neither the coaching staff, neither the players. I think Stafford throws one of the best balls in the NFL. That was a good win, good team win for the 49ers. For the Rams. But the 49ers were banged up. When they get all their horses back, they're going to be just right and ready to get on the next foot. What? The Keeling. In probably the most controversial game of the night, of the day, of the weekend. The Kansas City Football Chiefs and the Atlanta Falcons. Kansas City looked good the very first game of the year. They should have lost last week. They should have lost last night. But they didn't. Everyone says the refs always helping the Chiefs out. Well, as I say, every Chief game I watch, it's a false start every time on the right side, but they will not call it. Every time the Chiefs have the ball, look at the right side. false start each and every time. That fat fuck cannot stop moving, but they get away with it every game. So last night, on that game-winning drive, which should have been a pass interference in the end zone, clearly a pass interference. You cannot nowhere at any time defend the ball, defend the receiver by looking at the receiver, throwing your hands up and tackling him. You cannot do that. That's called a pass interference. You're impeding the runner. You're impeding the ball. You're impeding for me to catch the ball. You cannot do that. But the NFL, you trying to tell me with the back judge and the side judge in the white cap, nobody saw that. They always want to talk to the players and the coaches after the game. When are we going to get the opportunity to get some questions and answers from these referees? I'm talking across the whole damn board. Major League Baseball, yes, you too. Get in here. WNBA refs, NBA refs, you too. Get in here. Get on in here. Y'all get in here. We need to get you guys need to be held accountable. Be held accountable. We got video proof. We have all of our evidence. We're going to put the evidence right next to you as it is shown to us in game mode, and we're going to freeze it when we get to the point when you made your decision. Baseball, you're up first. How's that a strike? You called it. That's you. That's you right there. You said strike. Got another one for you. Boop. How's he safe? How's he safe? You're not even in the play in a position to call him safe, but you called him safe. WNBA, get in here. Look at what you did. She punched the woman in the face, and you're right there. You didn't say anything. A woman got punched in the face right in front of you by another female player, and you didn't say anything. You're right there. It happened right in front of you. The whistle is in your mouth. You didn't say a thing. Explain your actions. NFL, get in here. Get in here. Get in here. Tell us what a football move is. Is that a football move? Is that a pass interference? Yes or no? We need these questions answered. Because us yelling at the announcers, yelling at the TV, burning jerseys, breaking TVs, all because of the referees. It's not because of the play or the team or the scenario. It's about the referee. It's about the referee. I wonder how many people work at Foot Locker get tackled on Monday or get cussed out on Mondays for no apparent reason because they got the referee shirt on. You're an asshole. Just walk by a Foot Locker right now. Fuck you, ref. What's going on, my dude, Alistair? What's going on, boss? What's going on with you, boss? What's going on with you? But these referees, man, they're getting free money, free travel, great amenities, good food, the best seats in the house, and they go out here and do a lackluster job. And there's no accountability for them, none. They get defended more than anybody. They have ref privilege. Everybody talk about white privilege, ref privilege. They have privileges that no one else in the world can get but them. You can't say anything to them. You can't touch them. You can't do nothing. We just have to sit here and take it. It's like being a child 5 to 12 years old. You have no opinion in your household. Nothing that you want, you can't get it. Your opinion don't matter. Age 5 to 12 in your household. Don't matter. You don't get respect till you turn 13. Then they recognize you. But until then, sit your ass down and take it. And that's how I feel as though officiating in sports is doing. There's no way the entire stadium is booing you because of a call, unless you got it wrong. And it's very obvious you got it wrong. They don't even want to look at the big screen. They put their head down. I want accountability. The next sporting event I go to, I'm dressing up as a referee. If it's a basketball game, I'm dressed up as a ref. Football, ref. Soccer, ref. And I'm bringing my own cards. I'm going to put the world on notice that we need to let these umpires, these officials know we're not taking this shit no more. You're taking the fun out of the game. You're ruining Vegas for us. Speaking of ruining Vegas, Mr. Montgomery going down at the 1 yard line. You son of a bitch. See, that lets you know they gamble too. They gamble too. They got problems too. Stop praising these athletes. They got problems too. They got baby mamas, mamas with bad attitude, daddies they ain't never seen, cousins that ripping them off. They have issues too. But these referees, I am tired of taking it. That was too far last night. To show a play over and over and over again, it gets worse. The simple fact, you can see the referee standing right there looking at it. He's looking at it right. He's like this. Was he daydreaming? We need to drug test the referees like they do the players. How about that? Let's do the same thing to the referees that they do to the players. Huh? Let's drug test. Let's drop them before the game too. Let's bring a backup crew just in case one of them drop dirty. We're going to do the eye test too. We're testing your equilibrium. We're doing all that. Sobriety test, whole nine. We're testing you for drugs and alcohol. Yeah. There's no way. That many people. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 6 officials in the red zone on that play. And nobody saw that. The things they want us to believe versus the things we know. I think that's what the world is coming down to. Everybody's trying to pull the wool over our eyes. They don't want us to see we already know, but we already saw it. You ain't going to get me. You're not going to get me. You're not going to get me all caught up and ravved up all this. I know what you're doing, NFL. I see you. As the kids say in the hood, I synced you. I synced you. Okay. All right. I'm going to push this message for this week. For my college football players that are going to practice and for NFL coaches. Everyone this week is going up against someone they used to play for or with. Keep that in mind. And also, coaching. Coach the backup plan. Preach the backup plan. Because when it's not working, you can't look confused and disheveled. You got to look like you're confident. You know what you're doing. When you don't look like you know what you're doing, they coming. They coming. To the teams that won in college football this weekend, congratulations to you. Your teams, your alma mater, your support system. And to all the NFL fans out there yesterday, if your team won, congratulations to you. If you won your football pool, good for you. If you won your fantasy game, good for you. If you ducking and dodging your bookie, hey, you got 2 games tonight. We got 2 games tonight on the docket. Double header, Monday Night Football. Nothing could be finer than to be a football fan. We got Jacksonville at Buffalo. The Jaguars taking on Bills Mafia. Nobody circles the wagon like the Buffalo Bills. Until Josh steps out of character, okay, the Bills going to be fine. It's the moment when Josh steps out of character. But right now, he's still in character. I'm taking the Buffalo Bills. Next up, we got the Washington Commanders at the Cincinnati Bengals. See, Cincinnati went through that shit where they didn't have an offensive line. They got Joe hurt. Remember that? That Joe got sacked 9 times in a game. 9. It was like that scene in Wedding Crashers. Hey, your brother's down again. Your brother's down again. Your brother's down again. Then they went out and got him a little offensive line help, but it didn't make matters that much more comfortable right away. It took some time, took some adjustments. I want to see more from Cincinnati. There's a lot of hype around Cincinnati. There's a lot of hype around them. But I don't see it until later on in the year. If they could come out of that chute on fire, they could be that team and expectations that are there that everyone's talking about. But I'm taking Cincinnati. But I've been wrong. I missed 7 games over the weekend. Oh, boy. Well, here's the Monday Night Meltdown makeover right there for sure. So give me the Buffalo Bills, Bills Mafia, and give me as well with Cincy. And there you have it, folks. WNBA playoffs going strong and fired up. Hockey season is upon us. Only thing I like about hockey is the home opener. Well, the first game of the year, if the Blues on the road, and the home opener. That's my favorite time. And then playoff hockey, I can watch that all day. But the first game of the year and the home opener, they're my 2 favorite moments about hockey right there. And then the playoffs. Shit. Hockey playoffs, that deal. Well, folks, Liquid Sunshine Monday. Do what you can. Do what you want. You control the day. You control your own narrative. But most importantly, let's smile and be happy about it. Love someone, hug someone, be yourself today. And most importantly, don't forget who you are. Know your value, believe in your value, and trust your value. Because in the end, we all we got. All right, good people, good folk. Enjoy the rest of your day. We'll see you tomorrow, same time, same bat channel. Thanks for tuning in to Certa Pro Painters presents Montez at midday. And we will see you tomorrow, same time, 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. Until next time, peace, and we're